How many of y'all just know that there's no other king like Jesus? There's no other king like him. And we are just excited here at Life Ticket Church just about this series and about this teaching about what God is doing and speaking to our hearts, that we are to live like Jesus. And I've been so blessed to be a part of what God is doing here at Life Ticket. And I'm even more excited about what God is going to do in each and every one of your lives, because he has called you to live like Jesus. And in case you missed, last week was the first part of this series. There's a book by Putty Putman. It's entitled Live Like Jesus. Awesome book, and we'll be sharing a little bit from this book. And actually, I'm going to start right there today. Last week we talked about identity and destiny. And there are two quotes that we're going to base today's teaching on. And the first quote we're going to put on the screen here from Putty's book: "Our lost identity is restored by being joined to Jesus in his death and in his resurrection." And the continuation of that quote says, being joined to Jesus in death means our sin nature died with Jesus. Being joined to Jesus in resurrection means we have been born again to new life, thereby restored to the identity God originally created in us. On today, I want to just talk for a moment about this identity that God, when he created us, he had an identity that he had in mind for us before he even made us. And last week we shared a little bit about how God broke